Hey, what's up? It's your boy DTM. We're live here at the Yogi Cave. Peace be with you. And today I have the epic Puradyme Power Soup. Before I get started, I want to make an announcement. Lou Corona is in Australia this month. I'm going to put a link down below so that you can see his schedule. If you're over there in Australia and you want to go check out Lou Corona, I highly recommend it. The man is on fire. Lou Corona is a good friend of mine, and he is the creator and the president of Puradyme. We're going to be using the Puradyme today to make the Puradyme Power Soup. So Lou taught me this soup, and then I added a whole bunch of stuff to it. And then last week I made it for the Waldorf School in Santa Cruz, and they all loved it. And they wanted to get the recipe, so I thought I would throw that together today. So check this out. Here we go. First of all, we're going to make some super enhanced coconut almond yogurt. Coconut almond yogurt. You got to try it. So you take some soaked almonds, 1 cup. And then you take 1.5 cups of coconut meat. Then you take about 1.5 to 2 cups of coconut water. Then you take the epic Liyfessentials, vitamin E tocotrienols, all 22 amino acids, all 9 essential amino acids. And the cool thing is that a 6-month-old baby can digest this stuff. So if you're having any digestive issues and you need easily absorbable amino acids for your hair, skin, and your nails, then try the Liyfessentials. I'm going to put about 1/2 cup in here of the Liyfessentials. The thing about the Liyfessentials is the texture and the taste. And that's what really makes this soup and many of the dressings that I make using the Liyfessentials. It's a smooth, creamy, delicious, flavorful, and full body addition. Plus lots of epic nutrition. Now this is what super enhances the coconut almond yogurt, and I'm only going to take just about 1/4 cup of the natural protein, but this really makes it super delicious, nutritious, and have a great texture. All 22 essential amino acids made from pea and hemp, tested on the way in for chemicals, bacteria, heavy metals, and tested on the way out after it's been formulated. Nothing makes it to the shelf unless it reaches Lou Corona's super high standards. Can you dig it? That's why a lot of times they're out of product, and I apologize for that. But the thing is they like to keep things fresh. This company is top notch. Here we go. So I'm going to blend this into some epic yogurt. Just give me 1 minute on that. We'll blast it here for a second. Woo! I'm making this a little bit thinner because I want to be able to pour easily so that I can move through this video really well. Almost forgot the most important thing, the Liyfbiotic. I didn't see it hidden behind the protein. There we go. So 1 teaspoon of that. That is the magic ingredient. Boom, that's good enough. Nice and smooth and creamy. So the probiotics, you add the probiotics, and what they do, there are 5 specific probiotic strains that begin the process of breaking down the fats and the proteins into much more easily digestible components. So what you've got, Lou Corona's a genius. It finally hit me. I mean, I finally got it. And then when I got back from visiting Lou Corona, it hit me because it'd been like several weeks since I'd had the coconut almond yogurt and utilized it for, you take the coconut almond yogurt and then you make the gorilla milk. You can look that up, or I'll make it again, and I'll make the beauty milk, the monkey milk, and all these other milks that I took. Lou showed me the gorilla milk, and then I made like 10 other epic milks. And then so when I got back from visiting Lou, I was making a ton of these amazing smoothies, and me and my boy that were on a private retreat, we were just getting jacked. We had energy, we were pumped. So this is the coconut almond yogurt enhanced to a super high level. And now what you've got is, it's amazing because you can do a stroganoff, you can do these dressings where you might add a little lemon and sea salt and garlic and avocado and basil and cilantro and red peppers and all kinds of other things that you can do with this base. And this is really, really useful for people that are on a plant-based diet and they're trying to be satisfied, satiated, and full. And that's a real key here. So it's kind of an amazing, tool, I suppose. I was going to say discovery by Lou Corona. He put this together. He's been doing this a long time. And I continue to grow and evolve in my understanding of how to utilize these soaked, sprouted, culturized nuts and seeds. It's actually genius because what you get now, technically what I do is I put this on the counter for 4 to 6 hours and I let it sit there and it culturizes and those probiotics go to work. Then what you've got is amino acids and fatty acids as well as the carbohydrates that literally break down and digest and absorb and utilize and eliminate almost like fruit. I know it seems crazy, but you've got to try it. Once it's culturized, it's already pre-digested for you. Microorganisms digest everything in your gut. These probiotics are microorganisms. Say they already begin the process of digestion in the jar. By the time you put it in yourself, the fatty acids and the proteins are just really readily absorbed. And that's why I wanted to make this soup for my friend Shorty, because she was going to work and she was gonna, it was her day to bring food for the teacher meetings. And so I was like, well, let me make you some epic soup, because I want the Waldorf teachers to eat well. I want everyone to eat well, and understand this living foods, so soaked and sprouted nuts and seeds, because then you can utilize the fruits, the vegetables, the herbs, and the nuts and seeds, because I still have a lot of clients that are like eating roasted nuts or raw nuts that aren't soaked and sprouted, and it's very hard to digest, full of phytates and enzyme inhibitors. And that's the difference, and that's what I've been wanting to share with everyone, the power of living foods, because the living foods will wake you up, and that's sprouts. Look at all these mung beans I got over here. I soak and sprout, and what that does is it removes the inhibitors that keep it, the seed. It just sits there. The seed is just sitting there, so if you eat it like that, it's not alive yet. But if you soak it and let it sprout for a couple of days, now you've activated a process of life. The fruits on the trees, the herbs out of the ground, living and alive, bringing people back to life. I've seen it, thousands and thousands of people with my own eyes, and probably tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people around the world, because one person gets the download here, and then the next person gets it because they show their grandma and their uncle, and then people are drinking juice and they're eating more fruits and vegetables. They're understanding the soaked, sprouted, culturized. This is kind of like how the indigenous cultures would take the nuts and all the things that they found, and they would mash it up and ferment it and break it down, and they would have to do these processes to make the food that they had available to them accessible and utilizable for the microorganisms so that they could be healthy and be happy. So now we've got a culturized coconut almond yogurt enhanced with that Puradyme natural protein. For all of you who've done the coconut almond yogurt a million times, you gotta throw a scoop of that Puradyme natural and watch what it does. The Puradyme natural protein is the best protein for vegans, period. I'm an expert with my own body. I know that formula. Take a look at the formula. Take a look at the ingredients in that natural protein and understand the micronization and how easily absorbable it is, especially in the form of these yogurts. And I will be making all kinds of different cultured foods to show you. I got pine nut sour cream. I got macadamia nut cheeses, all soaked, sprouted, culturized. But the basics is here, because then if you want to make some gorilla milk out of this or any of these other dressings, then you're going to see that you're going to really readily absorb quite easily, and you're just going to feel pumped and you're going to feel satisfied. So utilize these tools. So I use 2 cups of the coconut water, FYI. Now step 2 is the next level is the soup ingredients. So I've got vegetables here. So I have this is some purple cabbage. And I could have shredded this, but I'm just going to use this and I'm going to chop it with the S blade. That way I can show you how quick and easy this is. There we go, simple. Now what I'm going to do is put everything into this pitcher. Obviously you would use a bowl at home, but I kind of want you to be able to see this. S blade down in. Cool, cool. The next thing is some of these tomatoes. 2 cups of whatever tomatoes you've got. I mean, tomatoes are in season. I was in California and I was like, y'all are lucky because we can't grow tomatoes like that over here. It's 90 degrees today. But you have to have that warmth for those epic tomatoes and those big purple Cherokees. But use a couple of cups of the best tomatoes you can find. There we go. Oh, nice. This is going to be a little bit chunkier. See, you can make a soup out of this. You can make a chunky soup. You can make a finer soup. You can make a bisque by blending it even smaller, or you can make it into a dressing by using the Vitamix and blending it, especially once I've added all this. If you take this soup and this exact recipe and you blend it smooth, and you pour that on top of a giant salad, you're literally going to see what it's like to be in paradise with your senses. Well, I just made a heck of a mess. That is okay, I'll clean it up. Next, so that was 1.5 cups of cabbage, probably 2 cups of cabbage, 2 cups of tomatoes. Now, 1 cup of chopped purple onion. I'll do the rest of this together. 1 cup of purple onion. I'll write all this down below. 2 cups of cilantro. I've got 2 cloves of garlic and 1 red pepper, which is a jalapeno. Use the habanero if you really want it spicy. Leave it out and just adjust this recipe to fit your own standards. Take what you want, take out what you don't want, and you can add in a couple other things. When I made this for the Waldorf School in Santa Cruz, I added some olives and a few other things. But this is the basic recipe right here. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of paprika and a tablespoon of cumin. A couple of secret ingredients there. Next, I've got the lemon juice, or the lime juice, excuse me. I'm just going to add that into here. That is probably a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons, however you want to measure that. And then sea salt to taste. I've got about 1/2 tablespoon here. And then I've got some extra almonds, and I'll show you what I'll do with those. Now this is cool. Now I'm just going to whack this. Expert styly. Yes. Yes, I. Okay, there we go. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. I sure miss you guys. I've been on a hiatus, but Phil asked me to make a video promoting Lou Corona in Australia, and I try to do everything I can to be of service to Lou and Phil over there at Puradyme. And so I said, sure, I'll do that. And then I just thought, well, you know what? I told Shorty that I would make this video for her friends, and I'll write down the recipe down below, and I'll put it on Instagram and everything else. So if you want to do Instagram, if you want to do this, you've already been here this whole time, so you might as well just, go down below and write the recipe. So here we go. Next. Now let's stir this up a bit. So this is real nice. Stir this up. And I'm going to add this. I'm going to add about 1 or 2 cups, whatever you want. I'm going to add, I think last time I added more closer in the vicinity of 1, but this just makes it nice. And no, I probably added like 2 because it was a really large bowl of soup that I made. This is about 1/3 of the batch that I made. So I'm just going to add like 1 cup of this. And that should be good for that. And then I'm going to stir that up, and that is the soup. Let me plate this up for you and give you a visual here. Oh man, yeah, this is nice and thick. It will kind of, the vegetables and stuff will start to bleed a little bit, and so it's nice if you let it sit for just a little while. But that is incredible, and then you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. With any kind of spices and herbs, and you can use sage and you can use basil, and you can mix it up and mix it around, utilizing this particular concept. Taking the coconut almond yogurt, mixing it with your favorite vegetables, and making these epic soups. And like I said, this is a real thick and chunky kind of version. You could make it smaller, or you can throw it over here and turn it into a dressing that is absolutely epic. So I'm going to plate this up for you, garnish it, and give you a little visual there, and I'll make this for the Instagram too, because this is looking good. Legit. A little bit of cilantro. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'll just show you real quick. I'll garnish it, but what I did, and what's really cool, is I like to take some of the, that actually looks really cool though there with those on top. I took the soaked almonds, the remainder that I had left over, and mixed it into the soup. So imagine that. Nice crunchy soaked almonds while you're eating this delicious soup. And I also added in some raw crackers as well, which I will make again for you all soon, so you can have crackers to go with your soup out of the pulp from the juicing. Because I've got some juices coming up. I got so many people that are unwell and they need these specific juice recipes to cleanse and detoxify their body. This is building and maintenance right here for energy, strength, nutrition, fiber. And so when you need to cleanse and detox, I'll leave that out. But it's just like, get well in this world. Cleanse your temple. Take care of it. Love yourself. The processed food and everything else is just get it gone, and get your mind better, and get your heart better, and get your digestion better, and get your life better by really paying attention to what you eat. Make yourself a priority. Make your diet a priority. Invest in yourself by investing in the best wholesome, organic, raw, living foods that you can, and take good care of yourself and stay strong and healthy all the days of your life. Let me show you this. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you soon, because I really, really appreciate you. Okay, and so it is. So there you go. What do we got? Can we see? Oh, we're spilling all over the floor, boy. Woo. Pretty decent little shot there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Everything's down below in the description box. Peace.